Today we're going to talk about the last unit from the book Headway plus Upper Intermediate. So in this unit we're going to talk about it is never too late. So here we have to focus, okay, on the main topics that the unit is just like headlight on it, okay? For example, we have to know the articles, and the articles, guys, we have different types of an articles. Okay, we have a definite articles. What's that mean, definite articles? Definite articles like the, okay, the يعني محدد, okay, and also we have indefinite that we use it, okay, with the countable singular nouns, countable singular nouns, okay? So in this way, how to use it? We use, for example, a or an, and this is should be preceded by like countable singular noun. Just remember, so when you write the words or the write the noun for the first time, you have to mention this article, okay? And also we have, and by the way, a or an is mean one. So when you mention a or an, which is preceded by the noun, that means one and plus the noun. That is why it is used only for the countable. And also we have the, as I said, it is used for definite or indefinite. It's used for singular or plural, but most of the time it is used for the definite. That means you don't use it with something that you just mentioned for the first time. No, for the second time that you mentioned previously, that the listener or even the reader is already have the idea about what you are talking about. Okay, and also we have singular and plural, no worries, we can use it. And also sometimes we don't need no articles, we don't need articles here, we especially when we deal with uncountable. Okay, for example, my grandfather used to be, okay, for example, used to be here, either like, for example, you have to put one of these articles and you have to choose one of them, okay? As I said, like example here, we can say I met a girl. Since this is the first time I mentioned the girl, so I have to mention indefinite article, a or an, and then after that, for the second time, the girl is, okay, my like, for example, my friend, fiance, or wherever, okay? But uncountable, we use it with no countable, no articles, we use it with all uncountable, like, for example, knowledge. Okay, like, for example, if I say like some of the stuff like equipments, if I say, for example, jewelry, so all this stuff, it is considered uncountable, so we cannot use article with it. Okay, so let's just like see here, dancer at his table. So dinner at his table. Dinner, we cannot make it dinner, we cannot make it for like, okay, like countable, so it is uncountable. So here I cannot say, for example, a or an. A captain of the ship, okay, a captain. So here my grandfather used to be a captain of the ship, okay. Sea cruise here, cruise, okay, is one of the big ship that they choose to travel or even for tourism. So you can say if it is the first time, okay, and it is like the sea cruise, okay, because it is definitely one. And also, by the way, it is also used when we talk about something, it is like both the reader or both the listener and the speaker know what they are talking about. For example, if someone, like, both of them say, okay, they know what they are talking about, both of these like students, we are working at the study at the same university, since they say at the university, the college, because both it is known for both the reader and also for the listener, okay. So you have to mention a or an, or it is one, but it is more like common to use a or an, we use it for the second time that mention, or with the specific mention noun, and also we use for like a plural or countable, uncountable. While an article, this is used specifically when we talk uncountable nouns, الأسماء الغير معدودة. Okay, so you have to be careful about it. And also in this unit is just like focus on how to use basically the determiner. So what's mean determiner? Okay, let's here like share with you guys the determiner that we use. Okay, first of all, we have to know what is the determiner. If we go to the speech or like parts of speech, we're gonna find the articles and determiner. We find noun, verbs. So basically, determiner, it is one of the part of a speech, and it is used at the beginning of the beginning of the nouns. And basically, when we use it, we don't need like to use like the articles. Okay, so the determiners are placed at the beginning of a noun group, as I said. Noun group. Okay, determiners are placed in the front of in the front numbers and adjectives. For example, he met so the here as a determiner, the 3 French girls in Dallas. So the here is give information about that mean what about the 3 French girls. My new garage is being painted. So here, what is the determiner? My, because it's already given information. Which garage? It is my new garage. Okay, can you give me another example? So here another is also determine which example that I'm talking about. Okay, several new here guys were presented at the show. Okay, so here what is the determiner? Several, because it's give me numbers. So as I said, the determiner is used to give us numbers and adjectives. Okay, this like for example, it's preceded the numbers and adjectives. For example, it's also maybe like give us like the quantity. Like if I say several, so it's basically is as like here is give me a countable or like give me a quantity about which nouns that I'm talking about. Okay, and we have here like a specific determiner. Like we have specific determiner. Sometimes we use the article the as a determiner. This is like we know from the context. Okay, we know from the context that we read or we say. Okay, for example, we have the, this is what I said, okay, or demonstrative pronouns like this, that, these, those is also a determiner, because it's just like give us a determination about what we are talking about. And also possessive pronouns like my, your, his, her, its, or their, so it's also as treated as a determiner. Okay, so your is also used for both, for singular and like a plural, because you know it is just like we can use it for both. And so this is like when we talk about the determiner that we already know, and of course this is just like a preceded the numbers and the adjectives. Okay, while here specific determiner are used when for a specific reason. Okay, first of all, when the people or things you are talking about have already been mentioned, as I said, so we cannot use a the or this for the first time mention. No, we have already talked about it previously, and then here is just like because already this listener or the reader already has that an idea. So if I translate it, that means يعني we use the determiner. Okay, يعني for the second time، يعني السامع أو المتحدث اللغة أو سوري القارئ هو already عنده فكرة عن الشيء اللي أنت تحكي، فتستخدم determiner the or this or my, because it's already you mention it. Okay, so here it's just like short the time. And also like here it is a clear which one use, of course, because we use it either if we mentioned previously or both of them, they don't know what they are talking about, so we use it as a determiner. For example, the teacher began to walk towards the student. Is this the first time mentioned the teacher? Of course not. Or maybe it is like during the context, we know, of course, was like began to walk towards the student, so that we know that the teacher. Okay, all people don't like those those movies. Okay, all people, so we already know, okay, during the context, which movies, maybe horror movies, maybe action movies, who knows. This is depending on the context of speaking or of written. Like his leg was very sore, and this is, of course, we cannot just mention it at the beginning of the context. No, we understand from the context that which leg we are talking about. Okay, and this is, yeah, exactly as I mentioned it. Okay, and also here we use like a determiner when we are mentioning people. This is, I said, okay, or things say previously, but here also we use it when we talk about people or things for the first time, or talking about them generally, by saying exactly which one you mean. Okay, for example, there was a man in the lift. So here I use a man. Okay, of course, this is the first time, so here I'm just talking, okay, a man in the lift. You went to an art exhibition. So here, because this is the first time, I cannot say the, so use the determiner as like an. Okay, and here you cannot stop at any time you like. So anytime, this is that we know what we are talking about, which time exactly. So you can stop at any time. You can stop at any time you like. Okay. And here, if we talk about the determiner, like in general, as I said, the article is considered also determiner. Other is also, okay, most, less, little, every, even like these words give us like about a quantity. Okay, or both, all, several, much, enough, many, few, each, and some, neither, no, more, fewer, either, another, any. So all these words is considered determiner, since it is give us either to give us like to describe exactly which one that I'm talking about, or even to show the quantity of these things. Okay, so we use determiner. And here, like each general determiner is used with particular type of noun. Okay, like we cannot use freely like, okay, any type of determiner, we just put it like because it is determiner by itself. No, we should have to use each determiner with specific reasons. For example, we have here a, no, and, another, neither, each, any, every, either. When I have counts noun but should be singular. So when I have singular count nouns, I can use this. Okay, for example, I got a postcard from Susan. I got a postcard from Susan. Postcard is a singular and also is a count noun. Count means countable noun. Any big tin container will do. Any big tin container. Container is also, it is used for like a singular countable noun. So it is, we can use any. And he opened another shop last month. Also shop, it is like countable singular. So we use like this determiner. Also, we use determiner when we talk about a plural count noun. This is also countable noun, but it is used only for plural, not singular. Like, for example, if I say all, it is used only like for it is used only for the plural. We have some for plural, other, plural, several, enough, any it is used for both. Like for count, singular, plural, both, of course, for plural, many, fewer, no, more, most. No, also it is used for countable or uncountable. So in this way, we use it for countable and plural. There were few doctors available, and he spoke many different languages, because languages is already plural and countable, so we use many. And there's like, if you use it, this is treated as adjectives, you know, guys, like determiners, it's used as adjectives. Why? Because also it show like how to describe thing, maybe, okay, or like to like for example, to show quantity, numbers, like both, all, several, some, many. So all these is basically, it is a countable, and show is a quantity. So that is why we use it as a determiner. With uncount noun, okay, we can use al. Okay, so this is like the difference from the articles. The articles we cannot use a or an, but determiner we have some like of these determiner that it used with uncountable. Like if I say all, no, much, no, this is much flexible. We can use it for singular, countable, plural, countable, and also the uncountable. Much, enough, any, some, little, less. Little, it is used exclusively with the uncountable. Less, most, more. There was little abusal, okay? We need more information, okay? So of course, information, we cannot make it as a plural, so that is why it's treated as uncountable. Formation, we have like for example some of these words like happiness, sadness, intelligent. So all these is just like to show it is, we cannot make it as plural, because this is not touchable, it's not touch, we cannot touch it, okay? So that is why all the time it's treated as uncountable. And you have, guys, to be careful about the following general information can never be used with uncount nouns. So these words, we cannot absolutely use it with uncountable. Like our and, this is definitely not. Both, of course, because it is uncountable. We have either, each, another, every, few, many, neither, several. Okay, this is its use with with countable only. And most like determiner are also pronoun, except like if we talk about, like for example, if I talk about some of these, okay, maybe it is also pronoun, but honestly like if the or a or an or every or no, and the possessive, this is basically is just like they are like here articles and possessive, so it is not is rated as like as pronouns. I saw several in the woods last night. So here I saw several. Here basically is just not like, okay, also determine, but here show is treated as a pronoun. Have you got any? So if it is without noun, of these words without noun, okay, we can use it as a pronoun as well, except this, except the or a or an or every or no, so should be preceded by a noun, and also the possessive pronoun should also precede it, like my, her, his. I'm talking about the possessive pronoun, okay? But other than that, we can use it also as like give me like a pronoun without refer to the noun, okay? So just keep this in your mind. Yeah, so in the book it just try to give you some of them, but we have to get more, because we need it in writing and speaking as well. So please just like be careful about the determiner that I explain here, okay? And they are really like important to know. And this chapter is basically is just like give us like some ideas about how to use for example, like the articles, determiners, special in speaking and writing, while also here is give us some of the expression that we use maybe in speaking, and this is most of the time in speaking, because in writing we need like to be more formal. Okay, and even small, it's like in speaking we have formal and formal. Like here some of the for example, some of the word it is used as linking, or it is used as a commenting. Like if I say anyway, this is just like linking. If I say for your information, this is also linking. Like referring, as mentioned previously. Okay, so this is considered as for words for linking, okay, to the previous thing that we already talked about. Or sometimes it's just like give us like commenting, like personally, this is commenting, in my opinion, or you see, or in fact, in my point of view. So all these expressions just like give me as a kind of commenting. Yeah, so this is basically is the end of the chapter 12, which is the last chapter in the book. Thank you so much.